y'all, welcome back to the Breezy Family channel. It's your girl Ashley Chanel. Today we are going to be talking about financial freedom. It is the second part of the I Got You series that I started. The first series that we did last week was self-love, and today is financial freedom. So stay tuned for some tips that I have that I am going to be doing, and hopefully you guys will go on this journey with me. Stay tuned. Alright, so first guys, like I did last time with self-love, I am going to be telling you guys the definition that I found of financial freedom. I don't think it's a real definition. I think this is like just the way you interpret not being in debt, having your bills paid on time, not necessarily like being able to ball out and do whatever you want to do, but being able to go take trips when you want to, having your bills paid on time, not having to worry about any of that stuff. If your bills gonna get paid, what you gonna eat, if you can have a roof over your head. So I will tell you the definition of financial freedom. So the definition that I found was financial freedom means being able to work at my pace, doing things you enjoy, being able to spend money on what you enjoy, saving money at your own pace, and having enough money put away for retirement. So that's what financial freedom is. So for me, the first step that I have taken, I've actually already taken this step. I have done a deep dive into my monthly bills and what I have in debt. The stuff that I owe in debt is like medical bills, student loans, which I don't know when they gonna get paid. I don't know how they gonna get paid. But you know how I go with student loans. But I do believe that God, God, pray for increase, pray for abundance, pray for overflow. I'll tell y'all a story about that at the end of the video. But yeah, so medical bills, a couple credit cards, student loans. So that's what I have in debt. We'll get to that later. But the first thing I did was look at my monthly budget, what I have to pay every month: rent, electricity, water, cable, all that stuff. Now in my household, we split everything in half. So what I am going to start doing is I am going to be doing that envelope method where you put all of your cash in envelopes, because to me, when I got that debit card, I will swipe. I will swipe that debit card to death. And then then you get a few days in and you like, dang, I didn't swipe my card how many times? I think I need to slow down. So yeah, I will definitely start doing that. So my first tip for everyone is to look at your monthly bills and your debt and see how you can start putting money towards your debt every month, and to get that gone, well, not gone, whatever you can do, start with the lowest one. I think that I looked up that debt snowball thing. I've actually had a class on that. I think you start with your lowest bill, and then once you pay off your lowest bill, you put that amount towards the next bill, and then you just keep going and going and going and going until you pay off all your debt. I mean, but don't count somebody else's paying off their debt in 6 months, so you have to wait. You have to do it in 3 years, because everybody is different. Everybody's bills are different. But now, I have watched plenty of videos on YouTube. Yes, I'm a YouTube university person. I go to YouTube for everything. YouTube has taught me so much. Anyway, I've looked at so many YouTube videos on tips on how to make more money a month, how to do side hustles, blah, blah, blah. But I have heard no one say, make sure you pay your tithes. So I'm a Christian, so I definitely believe in paying your tithes. So that is my tip number 2. After you look at your financial situation and you see if you have any extra money, even if you don't have extra money, you need to make sure that you pay your tithes. Yes, my shirt says made by God. So yeah, make sure you pay your tithes. And it says to pay 10% of your tithes every month. But if you can't do that, me personally, I cannot right now pay 10% of my income to tithes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start off with $20. When I go to church every 2 weeks, hopefully, I'm just starting to get back into church because I've been looking for a new church home. Something that more fits what I feel like that I need. in the church. But anyway, I'm going to go to my old church for now, and I'm going to put $20 in the tithes envelope every 2 weeks. That's all I can do for now. But eventually, so this plan, my financial plan is for right now for 6 months. So for 6 months, I'll put $20, so $40 a month for my tithes in church. And once that 6 months is up, hopefully my financial situation is better, and then I can put more in there. And I will tell y'all this story. This was like a few years ago. I was consistently going to church, consistently paying my tithes, and God works fast, real fast. So I have been praying for, I don't know, God, I just need like a check or something, anything. Well, one day I got a check in the mail for like $1,500. And I had been paying my tithes consistently. I was going to church, and I got a check in the mail. And I'm telling the truth about that, because the week after it happened, I went to Bible study on a Wednesday so I could tell my testimony about it, because I needed people to hear how fast God will work for you. So since we are talking about tithes, so just like last time, I'm going to give you guys 2 Bible verses, what I think goes along with financial freedom. So the first Bible verse that I found was 1 Timothy 6:10, because I know some people like to get this Bible verse confused, and some people like to say that God doesn't want you to have money or be rich, but our God is rich. Of course he wants his children to be rich and have overflow and have increase and be a lender and not a borrower. I personally want to be able to lend to people and not have to borrow, because a lot of times what happens, and I know I do this myself, we buy what we want and beg for what we need. Buy what we want and beg for what we need. So the Bible verse that I found, because I know people like to get that Bible verse, the root of money is the root of all evil, but that's not what the Bible verse says. It's actually the person. So if you are a messed up person before you got money, when you get money, it's just going to be escalated. It's not the money, it's you. So yeah, let me read that Bible verse. It's 1 Timothy 6:10, and it says, "For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." So if you make money your top priority and you're worshiping money, then you're going to have problems. God is number one. He will provide everything that you need. Okay, the second Bible verse goes along with savings. So I personally made this envelope. I put $1,000 on it because I want to save $1,000 fast. That is my third tip, saving $1,000 fast. So I am going to, every time I get paid, put $20 away for my tithes, and then put $20 in this envelope until I get $1,000. So that is for right now until I get to 6 months. When I get to 6 months, hopefully I will be able to increase it, because I would like to eventually get 3 to 6 months of my monthly bills, have that saved up, because you never know what can happen. You can lose your job, you can get hurt, and you can't work. Something may happen and you need that money saved up. So the Bible verse that I found for that, it says, it's Proverbs 13:11, and it says, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." So I don't want no get rich quick scheme, because you know how that go. I don't mind having to take my time to save money, because sometimes you can't save it fast. So if you can't save $1,000 fast, save it at your own pace. Okay, my fourth tip is, I have not started this yet, but hopefully I'm able to move towards this. My fourth tip is, get you a side hustle. If you can cut hair, you can braid hair. I personally, what I'm doing right now is I started a YouTube channel. I am not monetizing my videos yet, because on YouTube, to enable to monetize your videos, you have to get 4,000 watch time hours and 1,000 subscribers. So yeah, tell your friend to tell your friend to tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, come and subscribe to the Breezy family channel. But anyway, yeah, just get you a side hustle. Yes, YouTube will pay you once you get to that level. Make your YouTube channel. You're a hairstylist, you're a barber, you can teach somebody something, you can teach somebody a language, you want to show people your family, make you a YouTube channel. Get you a side hustle doing something. personally got something I'm trying to start. Hopefully I'm putting it in the air. I know it's gonna work out for me. So yeah, get you a side hustle. My fourth tip is get you a side hustle. And some people turn their side hustles into their main career, their main job, and that's what I want to do. I'm tired of working for other people. And this is a side note. This is a side note because I said I'm tired of working for other people. Black people, we need to start owning more businesses in our cities all over the world. We need more black owned businesses so we can put our people on. You're only as successful as the person beside you. So I personally want to start a black owned business, and I want to hire a diverse team. I want to have people of all diversity around me. But I'm definitely going to put my own people on first. My team is going to look like me. So yeah, that's what I want to say. That was a side note from your side hustle, starting your own business, because we just need more black owned businesses in the world. We need to be in places where there's more diverse situations for people, especially for our kids coming up. And they need to know that everybody doesn't have to look one way in the office. We can have people of all races, all colors, all working together. Especially we need more black people in the workforce. So yeah, young people out there, you starting a business, hire your brother, your sister, your friends, everybody around you. If you want to. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, I've actually heard, my camera went dead, y'all, so I had to charge it up a little bit. So I've actually heard my fellow melanated people say, well, you know how black people do, they ain't gonna come out, blah blah blah. Who cares? Do what you do for you, and people will come as long as you believe. You have faith. You walk by faith, not by sight. You believe that God's gonna bring these people to you, then make it work. Hire your own people. It will be okay. Okay, anyway, my last and final tip is if you do work in corporate America, even if you don't, I'm not sure how it works if you don't have a job, actual like job at a company, but my fifth and final tip is to make sure you're contributing to your 401k plan. So I have a 401k at my job. We currently use Vanguard. So yeah, look into that, Vanguard, or we used to use Principal, and I'm pretty sure if you don't work for an actual company, you can just go get a 401k yourself, 401k plan. So a 401k is when each pay period you elect to defer a certain amount of your pay to a pre-tax amounts, and once you're with your company, most times for 5 years, you're able to your company will match you. You're contributing to your 401k plan because you'll need money when you retire. Even if you lose your job or you decide to quit, you can take all the money out of your 401k and take it with you. You don't have to leave. You can roll it over. They prefer that you roll it over, but you can just take it out if you want to. And I found another Bible verse that I liked to go along with that one. Have y'all ever heard Beyonce's song Boss, where she says her great grandchildren already rich? That's a lot of brown kids on your Forbes list. Proverbs 13:22 says, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. I want to be able to leave money for my kids and my kids' kids and their kids. So yeah, that's why we need to start saving, and make sure you're contributing to your 401k. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I said something about my debt and how I was going to take care of that. I eventually want to move towards paying off my debt. So hopefully after 6 months, after I have some of my stuff caught up, paid, saved, paying my tithes, then I will be able to start working towards paying off my debt. And then I also have a little testimony. I'm going to tell y'all how fast God works. Y'all don't believe me, I'm going to tell y'all. So like I said in my self-love video, I wanted people, me and everybody that's doing this journey with me, to make sure you're praying in the morning and at night. And I took it a step further. Like usually I just pray laying in my bed, but I got this from my mama. She has done this all my life. That lady in the morning and at night, she gets down on her knees, and I'm sure a lot of people do this, but was it? Getting down on my knees and making sure I'm praying every morning and night. So you have to be specific when you pray to God, because God got a lot of people talking to him, y'all. Everybody all over the world talk to God, so you got to be specific. So I have been praying for I pray for my normal stuff that I always pray for, but I've been praying for increase, abundance, overflow every day. So over the weekend I had to go to work, and I was like, I'm stopping McDonald's. So I went and got me a plain biscuit and a small strawberry banana smoothie. So when I got up to the cash register, I paid whatever. She gave me my biscuit. She's like, it'll be a minute for your smoothie. So I was looking down on my phone or whatever. She came back and she had a large smoothie, y'all. And I was about to say, I asked for, and then she just said, here you go, have a good day. And I was like, okay, God, I see how fast you work. You snatched my edge. You was like, I'm going to show you how fast I can work. So y'all, whatever you want from God, make sure you pray for it. Be specific about what you want, because God will give it to you. God, he moves fast. Sometimes it may take a while for you to recognize what's happening in your life, but if you pay your tithes, I would say that's the number one thing that people should be doing, is paying your tithes, because God will make changes in your life. Okay, y'all, that is the end of this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Comment down below on something that you want to have financial freedom for, something that you want to be able to do and you can't do it right now, but once you start taking this journey, then you'll be able to do it. Make sure you hit that notification bell for our video next week. Alright, y'all, so the video next Tuesday that we are going to be having is relationships. So of course, your number one relationship, God. Number two will be with your spouse or whoever you are in a relationship with, and then the third one will be family, and then the fourth one will be friends. So we're going to talk about a little bit about relationships, how we can get better in them, how we can put more towards relationships, who we need to get rid of in our lives. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned for next week. Come back next Tuesday. I will be putting out that video. Peace.